What's up everybody and welcome to the channel. In today's video, we're gonna take a look at the all-new 2025 Toyota 4Runner. This one is the TRD Off Road Premium I-Force Max, finished in black with an MSRP a little over $63,000. Big shout out to Flo Toyota of Statesville for providing the new 4Runner for today's video. Check their website linked down below. Underneath the hood of the all-new 2025 Toyota 4Runner Hybrid, you're gonna find the 2.4 liter inline 4-cylinder turbocharged engine named the I-Force Max. This one's gonna pump out 326 horsepower with 465 pound-feet of torque, paired to an 8-speed automatic transmission, a part-time 4-wheel drive system. Curb weight is gonna be around 5,200 pounds, has a 19-gallon fuel tank, and you're looking at 23 miles per gallon in the city, with 24 out on the highway, and max towing capacity is 6,000 pounds with turning radius at 19.7 feet. The overall length is 194.9 inches with wheelbase at 112.2, width is 78, and height is 73.6 inches. Moving on to the styling with the all-new 2025 Toyota 4Runner. This has a really bold design. I like how much more modern it appears from the previous generation. You're gonna see a nice set of LED headlights with the incandescent bulbs for the turn signal. You got a really aggressive upper and lower grille with some black plastic material throughout it. You can see active grille shutters behind it, the intercooler as well, blacked out Toyota badge, forward-facing camera, safety sensor, and then all of your parking sensors. We're gonna get LED fog lights, a massive air dam as well, along with recovery hooks down there as well, and then we have just some plastic trim throughout it. The 6th generation 4Runner definitely has a really up-to-date style with bold lines all throughout it, and you can even see the wide fender flares. So definitely a super muscular SUV, very similar to the new Tacoma and the newest Sequoia. You have some sharp body lines throughout the hood, and then on the backside you're gonna get that I-Force Max badge, which is what Toyota uses to name their hybrids. At the side, we have a nice rugged set of TRD wheels, finished in matte black with the diamond cut silver. And then this one has an upgraded set of Nitto Ridge Grappler tires. We got the 18s and then 265/70 tires. You can also see the black for the fender arches, and then lots of bold lines throughout the front fender itself. We do have a fixed set of plastic running boards, sharp body lines down below the door panel, and then just plastic black for the grab handles as well as the mirror caps. We're gonna get cameras and LED turn signals on the side, and then just some black trim throughout all the windows. Got our TRD off-road badge, and then I really love this third window, how it curves upwards like older school Toyota 4Runners. We have our roof rails along with the crossbars up above, and then taking a look at the whole side profile, very similar to the previous generation 4Runner, just a lot more up to date with some sharper and bolder lines all throughout it. As we make our way towards the rear, I love how three-dimensional the taillight is, LED design finished in the red housing with some black accents. And then we have our power sliding rear glass with black trim. Wiper blade is integrated up above with our third brake light. Toyota is written out in the center trim piece. We have our button as well. And then we have the I-Force Max badge, 4Runner name, and our trailer hitch connections are all down below. Got the spare tire all down there as well, tucked away exhaust tip, parking sensors and reflectors, and overall this style really comes together to be a nice update from the 5th gen. Taking a look at the key fob, you're gonna get lock, unlock, the tailgate release and panic, and then it even says 4Runner on the backside. You can go ahead and lock the vehicle and keeping the key fob in your pocket by just grabbing the door handle, it'll automatically unlock, and we can check out the interior. So the Premium is gonna give it a lot of nice up-to-date features as well as the SofTex interior. So this one all finished off in black. For the door panel finished in black, you're gonna get some hard plastic up above, your gray color on the release handle. There is memory seating, all of your window and mirror controls, nice grab handle, and then some padding on the armrest with more hard plastic. Got the TRD name, a little bit of storage down below, and then nice cup holders down below as well. JBL audio system, power controls for both front seats with lumbar support as well. And then the SofTex is a really nice smooth synthetic leather. I like the perforations throughout it with a cool texture. You have nice bolsters in it as well. They're a really good looking set of seats. And then the headrests have the same contrast stitching all throughout it. Spinning around, we have a black leather wrapped steering wheel with a 4-spoke design and some dark silver trim. And then now inside the 2025 Toyota 4Runner TRD Off Road Premium, keep my foot on the brake, we can fire it up. You can see all the screens turning on. We have the comfort access as well. Yeah, your Toyota badge right in the center with some faux stitching for the airbag cover. On the left side, you're gonna get some Bluetooth and audio controls as well as some controls for the center screen. And then on the right side, we have all the cruise control. You have your distance pacing, of course, lane keeping, things like that. You have the stalk on the right side for all the windshield wipers, front and rear. Turn signals over on the left with headlights. Taking a look at the gauge cluster now, if I go into the center, you can scroll through a few different messages, a blank page, have some driving support information, and then on the left side, you can see your battery information. We also have temperatures on the right. If I scroll left and right, you can also adjust everything in here. You have your turbo boost gauge you're able to adjust. You have blank, then a couple others you can scroll through. Same thing for the far right side. So nice to see all sorts of different bits of information. And then if you exit out of all that, you can go into here and see some of the safety settings as well. So nice design overall. You're able to even just scroll left and right and have a couple presets all saved. See some pitch and roll, drivetrain, things like that. On the left side, we're gonna get the level for the headlights. You can adjust. Fuel cap, you have the tailgate release, power outlet, as well as automatic high beams. And then you have some blank switches down below. You can see our air vent, more hard plastic for the top of the dash, and a JBL system. So this actually will pop outwards, and we have a removable Bluetooth speaker. So great if you're gonna be taking this on some trails, maybe go golfing, whatever you need to have your speakers with you. You're gonna get a little storage cubby on this right side, and then just some silver trim throughout the dashboard. And then this is the upgraded multimedia screen, which you're very used to seeing on every Toyota. Massive 14-inch design, all of your audio controls, phone integration. Under vehicle, we have trip info you can go into, see a couple different things, view your MPG, history, things like that. Vehicle alerts, if any, and then going under settings, you're gonna have all sorts of different settings. Of course, some of this will get a little bit different once you get it set up when you buy the vehicle. And then going into reverse, you got a really nice backup camera. So you have a massive screen on this left side, huge top-down view, and you can configure all the different views. So we have our front view, close-up of the front wheels, the rear wheels. We have an auto design. This one right here, you can get a really good look for off-roading, along with pitch and roll and some more things like that down below. Going into this one as well, we have our 360 camera. You can zoom in and out, a couple other angles that are gonna pop up all throughout it. And then underneath, you're gonna see your volume. We have two dials for temperature. We have temperature on the left, fan speed on the right, heated and ventilated seating. Very easily you can operate that. A couple different icons, heated steering wheel, and then different zones, defrosters, air conditioning, and then hazards over on the right side. We have our wireless phone charging pad with extra storage down below. There's a couple plugs. We have a grab handle with even more storage, TRD logos on the shift knob, and we have auto park and brake, auto hold, and then a lot of the fun off-road settings. We have our drive mode select, so I can just toggle this. It's gonna come up on the screen with your 3 different drive modes for the street, sport, normal, and eco. And then if you go one step further, we can go into multi-terrain select. That'll be all of your off-road settings. We have tow and haul mode, downhill assist, and then for 4-wheel drive, you can just unlock that and put it into each of the modes. On the right side, we're gonna get a rear locking differential and then a shortcut to the camera where you can now get a cool 360 view. Tapping that again, it'll exit out. Underneath all that, we're gonna get 2 cup holders, a little bit of padding on this rubber material for the armrest, and then storage underneath. Glove box is lockable. Opening that up, you have a pretty large bucket. And then one last look at the interior. Nice and up to date. Again, very similar to the Toyota Tacoma, basically the exact same interior. And then these premium seats look very nice with the textures, nice bolsters. The materials are quite soft as well. And then we just have a black basic headliner. And then we have controls up here for the sliding rear window. We of course have the dome lights, sunglass holder, and then we're gonna get a thin mirror with garage door buttons underneath it. And then you can also see the window going up and down. Moving on to the rear seat space, just grabbing the door handle and opening it up. Door panel is going to be finished off very similar to the front. You're going to get a little bit of padding for your armrest and then just the hard plastic throughout the door. You're going to see a nice cup holder, extra storage, and then a large grab handle, and then more of the JBL system. For the rear seats, you got the same smooth SofTex perforations throughout the center. This can seat 3 people back here. The middle seat, you can also pop this down. We have a nice armrest as well as cup holders. You're gonna get some amenities too. We have our climate vents, a couple different plugs, and then there are storage areas behind all the seats. Hopping into the back seat now with the 6th generation Toyota 4Runner. So I am 5'11". Sitting here, I have about 2-3 inches of headroom. Driver's seat is at my height, and my knees have about 1 inch of space. My feet feel a little cramped underneath the seat. However, I'm still overall fitting pretty nicely. With the recline, these do recline pretty far back. and actually it's not too bad. So aside from my toes being a little squished, other than that, not too bad sitting here. The seat base does feel a little low, so my knees are kind of up high a little bit, so maybe not the greatest for the longest trips. Your legs might get a little cramped. Other than that though, overall space and amenities is pretty good. You know, this is more of a rugged style vehicle, not exactly the most family-friendly SUV out there. However, overall though, seems like it would do the job pretty well. Onto the cargo area, something 4Runner owners absolutely love is these buttons right here. You can automatically pop down that sliding rear glass. It wouldn't be a new 4Runner without having that feature. Gives you a really good access point into the cargo space, and then with one touch of a button, we can put it all the way back up. These buttons will also lock and unlock the vehicle. Now you're gonna have the button right underneath the center. Pressing that, we have the power operations for the lift gate. Now, being the hybrid system, you're gonna notice this really large bump in here, so kind of a drawback with this type of drivetrain. You do get a little bit of extra hidden storage space, but maybe if you have a dog or something, it might be a little more challenging for them to jump into it. With that, cargo volume in this configuration is gonna be around 42.6 cubic feet. We have a plug on the right side, JBL speaker, a little bit of storage, and some extra areas on the far right and left side. And then after manually folding down one side and letting the other side tumble upwards, you can get a good idea of what the cargo area is gonna look like. Now it's out to around 82.6 cubic feet. I also love the LED lighting you're gonna get up in these pillars. Definitely is gonna be nice at nighttime. And then if we take a look from the door side, you can see with the seats tumbled forward, you do have a nice little cubby underneath here. Again, the battery system is this whole bump, and then they're gonna fold nearly flat actually into the cargo area with them folded down. So overall, pretty practical vehicle for people and cargo. All right, so setting off now in the new Toyota 4Runner Hybrid. So this thing packs some power. We're just in normal, automatic, quarter throttle. This thing gets up to speed so quick. That was up to 40 without even thinking. The EV power I am loving on these hybrid engines. I think this is a big step up from the standard 4-cylinder. Personally, I would only get the hybrid. I think it just makes it much more beefy. I think it feels a lot tougher too. And you know, a 4-cylinder turbo with this kind of weight, this kind of towing, I don't know how well that will actually do long term. I'd feel like I trust the hybrid a lot better. The EV power is going to assist the engine to where the engine isn't getting the strain. So I'm loving the powertrain. Overall ride quality is pretty good. It still feels like a body-on-frame truck. I mean, this is a rugged SUV at the end of the day. If you want something more conservative, check out a Honda Passport. But it's smooth enough for my taste. Pretty good visibility. I kind of like how small the windshield is. You feel like you're kind of in a tank. So it's a pretty cool feeling vehicle. Good visibility overall. Can't really complain. And then, of course, you know, can't go crazy off-roading, but this is going to be a super capable vehicle. The Bilstein suspension is going to do what it needs to do off-road to really do a great job. I've been in the Land Cruisers and Tacomas off-roading, and they are fantastic, so I would assume this is going to be just like the rest. Camera system is awesome with the massive screen, and then the center gauge cluster really gives you a good look of everything that you're going to want to see. Now, getting back up to some speed, once again, there is just effortless power. The transmission does a good job delivering the power as well. And in sport mode, we can go into the manual shift mode, which is a great touch. Gosh, you feel that EV power so much, and then the turbo kind of takes over in the higher RPM. It drives really good. It really is a seamless hybrid system. Sometimes you can feel and hear the engine turning on and off. So that's just one thing you're gonna notice. Steering is also pretty responsive. It feels nice. Like, this is actually fun to drive. The old 4Runner was, to be honest, showing its age. It was a little on the sluggish side with the transmission and a simple V6 engine. The body roll, the brake dive was awful, and they just didn't drive that good on road. Better than a Wrangler, but not really all too good. This feels a lot more athletic on the road. It's a lot more enjoyable to cruise in. I find it pretty comfortable overall. All right, so my honest thoughts with this new Toyota 4Runner. So if you're new to our channel, my brother actually has a new Toyota Tacoma coming. It'll be here in about a month from the day I'm filming this, and it's gonna be a premium off-road iForce Max. So this exact 4Runner, just in the Tacoma version. So we're excited to truly test this vehicle out. Now, there's been a lot of controversy with the new 4Runner, especially the fact that there's no more V6 and the hard plastics. That's kind of the biggest complaints. To be honest, you have got to drive the hybrid before you knock it. I know the V6 is bulletproof, reliable. I mean, people love that in the Toyotas. That is one of the biggest things why people love Toyotas is reliability. We don't know for sure how well this engine will do or how bad it will do. So give it a chance and drive it. The torque is insane. This is like twice the torque of the old V6, a lot more horsepower. The get up and go is just insane. You give it a little bit of throttle and we're moving. You couldn't say that about a V6 4Runner. My dad has owned 2 of them. I have been around 4Runners since I was legally allowed to drive. So half my life, I've had 4Runners in my life. They're great SUVs, I love them. The new one, I think, is just better in every way. It drives so much better. The suspension feels so much more confident. The platform feels so much more confident to where it's just a better on-road vehicle than it used to be. It's still rugged though. It still has retained that awesome rugged feeling that 4Runner owners love. You know, it still is that truck body on frame feeling, and I like that a lot. It feels like a tough SUV. The standard 4-cylinder, I'm not the biggest fan of. It feels kind of like a 4-cylinder. So a little wimpy in some ways. It's still really quick and really powerful, but you hear it and it just doesn't sound the greatest. The turbo hybrid though, you don't hear the 4-cylinder-y sound. It just feels a lot better, it sounds better, and the power is there to back it up. And I would assume that the hybrid will be more reliable, mainly because the EV motor battery system is going to be helping drive that engine versus just putting so much boost through the turbo. So I'm a fan of this hybrid, and I hope it will be just as reliable as we've seen Toyota hybrids in the past. You know, there are 20-year-old Priuses still kicking, so I would assume they have made everything robust in this to handle the load of a 4Runner and a Tacoma. So I'm confident in the motor. Of course, we will see what happens, but the new 4Runner is great. Honestly, it feels really nice. I'd say some drawbacks, yes, for the price. Hard plastics on some areas aren't the greatest. And if you get a basic one, or even this one without the premium, you get cheap fabric seats, which again, I really wish Toyota put a little bit more thought into the interior materials. So I feel like there's a lot going for the new 4Runner. I think they really have taken what we all loved about the old one and made everything better and gave it the newest technology. And I'm hopeful that this is going to be a successful vehicle. Overall, it's pretty sweet, and this could be something that I could see getting into just because there's some 35s on it, a 2-inch lift, a couple little mods here and there, and you know you're going to conquer everything off-road. I could tow a heavy boat, utility trailer, and really use it as a fun family recreation SUV. But that is it for the 2025 Toyota 4Runner. The trim level that I would probably buy, I think this is just a well-spec'd one without going too crazy in price, even though obviously it's not a cheap vehicle. But that is it for the 2025 4Runner. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, stay tuned for plenty more content, and check out Flo Toyota of Statesville for providing this vehicle for today's video. Check out the website linked below, and I'll see you all in the next video.